Hello guys, AlexTheGrumpyOne here. We got a Volvo V40. This is 2018 model. I'm going to be replacing the rear brake pads. As you can see, they're low there. So obviously the first thing to do, hopefully you know how to take the wheel off. If you don't, obviously probably don't attempt this job. You need to make sure you got enough brake fluid space in the bottle under the bonnet, and because you're going to be pushing the cylinder back in and you're going to be pushing the brake fluid back into your bottle there, so make sure you're not going to make a mess. Now we're going to start by getting the clip off. Make sure you're holding it so it doesn't flick in your face. Nice and easy. Then you're going to get the covers off. They already took off there, so there are two of them. Just pop them off. Put the spring somewhere safe. Next thing you're going to be doing is you're going to need Allen key 7 that goes in there. You're going to need to undo both of them sliders. 1, 2. Right, so we got our ratchet here. I'm done. One. That's 2. Just get them out of the way. And then usually, hopefully it's not seized up. Pop it off. There you go. So obviously this one, as you can see, you're going to need to wind it in. Make sure you check the seal that it's not damaged. It's all looking good so far. The pads, get them off of there. As you can see, they're getting quite low. So the discs are fine. A little bit of a lip, but nothing major. When you're going to need to wire brush or use a file to clean this up where the pads are sliding, because you want them to be nice and free there. They're not too bad, but just clean it off a little bit to make sure that it's all working properly. We're going to need to wind them in. It's one of these kits, nice and easy. It's cheap as well. I'm going to put a link in the description below for you guys if you want. Possibly that adapter there, and obviously you need the back plate for it to push on. They're really nice and easy to use. Clip that on there. So what we're going to do now is obviously push it in there, adjust it, and you should be alright there, as long as it's nice and straight in there. Start turning it. Sometimes they're clockwise, sometimes they're anti-clockwise, depending on the car you're working on. This one should be clockwise. You'll see it retracting straight away. Make sure the seal is nice and free as well when you turn it. So as you can see, that's retracting back in. It's not seized. You can also get hydraulic ones, which are a bit easier than this, but they obviously are a bit more money, and you're gonna need the air compressor in order for it to work. So yeah, just wind it back in. Once it's fully retracted, you should be fine. There you go. Sometimes you might start twisting the seal, so you might need to pop it off there a little bit, readjust it. In some cases I do spray a little bit of WD-40 in there, as long as it's not too much so it doesn't go on the brakes. So keep retracting it till it stops. It's pretty much on the limit. Hopefully you can see what's going on there. I'm new to using the GoPro, but yeah, that's stopped now, so that's all the way back. Release that, get it out of the way, make sure the adapter doesn't stay in like it did now. So pop that off. Might need a screwdriver. Got a bit stuck there. And let's pop that fella out of there. There you go, that's all good. Right, so I usually either use a file or a wire brush. I think we've got our pads coming as well. Napa is here. By the way, that's what I'm using today as a supplier. That's usually the parts that we use from Napa, auto parts. So I'm going to put a link for that in the description below as well. You can have a look, obviously put your reg in and you get the right part. So clean that off. If it's got quite a bit of build-up of corrosion, just use a file like I'm doing now, and you'll clean it all off. Because I need to make sure they're sliding on there properly so it's not going to get seized up. While we're here as well, guys, I struggled to get these wheels off today, so I'm going to clean up the hub. Apparently comes with the full Volvo service history, but it doesn't look like they used to like taking the wheels off. So that's much better now. I'm going to clean inside the wheel as well and put a bit of copper grease on there. Not too much. By the way, I'm loving using my new tool trolley from Carlisle. They're brilliant, they're new range. Check it out. Got a bit of copper grease on there so the wheels actually can come off next time. That's all looking good. My mate's here as well to watch and inspect. And never leave your caliper just hanging down. I'm resting it on there so it's not creating any pressure or weight on the brake hose, so it's not damaging it. And while we're here, also make sure that they're nice and clean and spinning in there properly, because this is your sliders. If they're seized, your brake's going to have uneven wear. The same at the bottom, make sure it's nice and clean. Right, so we had our brake pads delivery there. Like I said, check out on the website, put the reg in and you'll come up with the right parts, or just give them a call to your local branch. So obviously they're different pads. Make sure you got the spring there as well for each side. Compare it to the original ones that you got here. So looking pretty good. Spring on there. And you can see there was on the inner one. No locators anyway, so that's all good. Just make sure they're nice and free in there. Same with this one. Yeah, that's all good. Brilliant. So just a little bit of copper grease on them now on the movable parts to avoid noise. Make sure it's nice and free, and we're sliding them back in there. Right, as you can see, got a little bit of copper grease on there. Spot on. That's all good. If you want, you can put a tiny bit on there as well, but it's up to you because it has got material there to avoid the noise. So literally all I need now is obviously the Allen key 7. You do need to torque them in when you're putting them in. So locate them. I usually start them up by hand because I don't want to cross thread them. So locate them in place first, and then you can use the ratchet to do them up. It's good. And like I said, don't forget, you're going to torque it up. Right, so they're both done up now. I'm just gonna put the covers back on to stop water and dirt getting in there. So as you can see, it's nice and free. All we got left now is to put our spring back on. I usually like to put a bit of copper grease on the ends to make sure it comes off next time. So I'll get one of them in, push the other one in. Lovely jubbly. And that's this side done. On the other side it's exactly the same, guys. Just make sure that before you start driving the car, obviously once you've done the other side, you pump the brakes, because we'll push the cylinders back in all the way, so you're not going to have brake pedal in the beginning. Pump it up a few times, check the brake fluid level, and then you're ready to go. And don't forget, it takes a while for the brakes to bed in to start operating properly. Right, I hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful. If you did, subscribe to my channel, give us a like and comment below. Have a good day. Bye.